Last time out in the Youth Academy Challenge Save, we had just entered the winter break. And we were only in second place, despite having what isn't a bad start to the year. Now we've also got two teams actually pushing us to the limit this year to try and win the league. We were hoping it wouldn't be this difficult, but for whatever reason, they decided to be good this year, and I'm disappointed. We've had two Champions League games since we last met, so let's go over those two games first and foremost. We needed to at least win one of them to ensure we got 17 points and give us the best chance possible of getting a top 8 finish in the Champions League phase for the very first time. The first game we had was against Inter Milan, and this is the first home game we've not won in the Champions League phase this year, and I'd like to say we're unlucky not to have won this game. They weren't particularly amazing, and we were 1 up at half time. We kind of did what we did against PSG, unfortunately, and conceded the goal in the second half, but we didn't have the 2-goal buffer this time to ensure we were going to win, but we didn't lose at home to Inter Milan, and as far as I'm concerned, that's a win. Even if they had more chances than we did, our chances were better, and we had 2 clear-cut chances. We scored one of them. It's just unfortunate we didn't score the other, and any other time, this is probably a win, isn't it? So, hopefully, our next match isn't going to cost us as much if we don't do so well. And then we took on Arsenal, and I'm going to be honest with you, I feel both lucky and unlucky to have lost this game by a goal to nil. Unlucky because it was so late, but lucky when you look at the fact that they had a 3.43 XG, and we actually had a goal ruled out for offside as well late on. So we could have actually taken the lead in this game, but unfortunately our players were so far offside, you could have literally put the 6-yard box between them all, and that says it all. But if you look at these chances, they were really good in this game, Arsenal. It was surprising that they didn't score sooner, but it was just a matter of which they scored that upsets me more than anything else. I'm actually going to show this goal because it generally was one of those things that any other time I probably would have taken this, but because it was how it was scored, I'm not taking it so well. So this is Arsenal's winner. Salter on the ball, plays it across. The shot is blocked on the defender, and then Romero is there, and he scores a tap in. I'm going to say this. I feel hard done by that's gone in, but it is what it is. They scored a winner for that, and we don't win our last 2 Champions League phases matches, and we're kind of hoping it didn't go too badly. And in the end, we actually finished 12th. And we're only 1 point away from getting a top 8 finish. Now, admittedly, even the draw would not have been enough for us to get a top 8 finish because Arsenal would have been above Juventus still. We would have been below Wolfsburg as well. So even with a draw, we would only have been 10th place at best. So we needed to have beaten Inter, who did finish a point behind us in the end. So if we'd beaten Inter, ironically enough, we would be in a top 7 position, so yay for that. But still, best season ever in the Champions League phase. We've got the draw today, but we're also going to go over the Europa League because 2 other teams are in Europe in that competition. Did they survive? Nope. Nope, they didn't. Lech Poznan, 29th. Jagiellonia, 33rd. Neither team survived. And it wasn't pretty. Now, in Lech Poznan's defense, this was a match I wasn't expecting to do well in, and to go to Torino and to only lose by a goal to nil, I understand this. This game, though, not so much. Especially when you realise we beat RS by 12 goals to 1 over 2 legs. Ooh, this is a problem. They were leading too. That's even worse. If they don't concede those 2 goals, they're fine. If they win this game, I think they're through. They literally are through if they win this game because RS got 24th place. If Lech Poznan win that game, they're through. Unbelievable. I can understand Jagiellonia's struggles though. They had Genoa in the first game, and Italian clubs are quite good normally, so they won this game comfortably, Genoa. Then they hosted Benfica and actually made them fight, even if they were kind of pushed aside quite early on, but they still made them work for this, and yeah, that's a thing. Also, their goalkeeper got injured. Oh my god, their keeper got injured. Huh. That's interesting. Goalkeepers getting injured in the matches now. That's new. I don't see that happening often. Even Benfica's goalkeeper got injured. What on earth happened to their goalkeepers? Mental that, isn't it? But yeah, we don't have anyone in the Europa League anymore. We still have the 2 teams in Europa Conference League, which is great. They are in 24th and 17th respectively, but that's fine. We've got a Champions League draw today, and that's what we're back for. But no luck, this is going to go badly, so there you go. There are 4 Italian clubs in this part of the competition, which... Is that bad? That feels bad, right? I will say, the fact that Erling Haaland's the person hosting the ceremony is actually hilarious to me. I didn't see this one coming. He's retired, so that's why he's available for this, but Erling Haaland is doing the seeds. By the way, these are our possible opponents. Vitória de Guimarães, Man City, Porto, PSG, Lyon, Milan, Fiorentina, Newcastle. I think you know who I want for my game here. I really hope I don't get one of the bigger teams. We're going to go to 3+, and we're going to do a straw. But Haaland's the one taking the teams out of the hats. And the first team is this. And Vitória de Guimarães, I want them. I really want them. Please give me that team. They got Sociedad. Okay. So, who's the next team? Man City. I don't want Man City. It's either ourselves. I was going to pause it, but they got Inter anyway. But that's actually a good draw as far as I'm concerned. So, Porto would be a team we would like. And here's Porto now. Ironically timed, actually. But these are the teams that we can get. So, ourselves are in this. We're a seeded team for once. But look at the teams up there. It's not exactly who you'd expect. So, Roma, Real Betis, Bayer Leverkusen, ourselves, Barcelona, Wolfsburg, Inter, Sociedad. Those are the teams that are seeded. We've already seen 2 go out. So now... who's going to get them? Oh my god, we got Porto! Oh, that's a draw we can win! Oh my word! An opportunity to go through. PSG though. We beat PSG. If they get Barca, this would be hilarious. As if I just called that. Okay. Okay. Barcelona, PSG, Lyon. They're probably going to get someone like Real Betis or something. I'm calling it. By Leverkusen. I'm not 100% right. But that's great. But now you got AC Milan. They're a decent team. And I'm just happy we didn't get any of the big teams. Wolfsburg got AC Milan. Alright. So now we got the 2 ties left. Effectively Fiorentina. They're going to get Real Betis or something, aren't they? They can get Roma as well. They get Real Betis. Okay, so Newcastle Roma. Wow. Okay. Suddenly feel a lot more happy about this. I genuinely was fearing I'd get like a difficult draw for this game. But there we go. Man, I'm happy. And yes, he just said Pep Guardiola's managing Newcastle. But what's a draw for us? I'm happy with this. This is legitimately a nicer draw than I was expecting. If we can beat Porto, we've got a great chance. I just want to get to round of 16 for the first time ever. Please, let me have this. I'm desperate for this, to get to the round of 16 for the very first time. I'd love that. I really would. Yeah, Porto. I don't think we've ever taken on Porto, have we? We've never taken them on, right? We've actually taken on Porto once and drew at their place, so that's not bad. It was 4 years ago, mind you, or 3 seasons ago. That feels winnable. That feels really, really winnable. But what I'm going to do is actually I'm going to see the Europa Conference League draws as well, see who everyone gets in that. So I'll be back for that in a little bit. Okay, so we've just seen the draw for the Europa Conference League. Cracovia have got Sporting Club de Portugal, which is not a great draw for them. While Pogo's Wetsen have got GAIS, and that Swedish team is starting to be annoying. More than I want to admit. I actually don't even know where they start in the football. Where do they start the season in the save, actually? So they start in the 2nd tier. They just got promoted to the 3rd tier. Oh, okay. So they got promoted in the 3rd tier in 2022. I think it's the 3rd tier, if the Etten football is anything to go by. Yeah, the 3rd tier Swedish football. And they are the current champions of the South Division. I must confess, I hadn't realised they'd made this much of a jump. And they've won 9 Svenska trophies. In fact, they've won 3 in this save as well. They won 3 Svenska trophies. They've won 3 Svenska Cupen trophies as well. So they've done really well for themselves. Fair play. They're actually doing productive stuff. They've won the 3rd tier here, the Division 1 Sudra, which is the 3rd tier. I just seen Helsingborg's down here. Of course they are. And that's just interesting to see how that works out. But yeah, they've been quite productive in the save. So I'm going on a tangent. I've just seen this today. They've caused my other post teams problems, and I'm getting annoyed by them. But I didn't realize they'll do as well. So fair enough. But yeah, Progress Wetsin, I really need to do well here. It'll also be very good for us if they get distracted by Europe as well, so they don't do as well as the league. Lech Poznan are the only side that's not in Europe now, which is a bit disappointing to say the least, but hopefully that won't be an issue going forward. And yeah, it will hopefully be better sooner rather than later for us in that regard. So if we look at the coefficients right now, we've got 11.3 points so far. It's our best season in a very long time. We are going up 2 positions as things stand, because we'll be going above both Turkey and Ukraine. The Netherlands being down where they are is great, and we're definitely getting more points on them, though they are not touchable right now as far as we're concerned. So the dream of getting a top 10 position is not there. They are getting 10th right now. And the Czech Republic are losing a decent year, but the next 2 years with the years, they'll be losing their better years. So we're kind of relying on those 2 years to be bad so we can continue to do well. As things stand, though, we are actually having the 7th best year of anyone in the entirety of Europe. Belgium are having a bad year by their standards so far, and hopefully they'll start to decline more and we can catch them. Austria having a good year. They're actually replacing a bad year, so that's not ideal for our point of view. Liechtenstein are just behind us in the year thing as well. I actually don't know what happens if Liechtenstein get further up the table. Do they just have the Europa Conference League spot and that's it? Or just Europa League spot? It looks like they just have the Europa League spot and that's it. So I'm starting to get the vibe that they've gained a Europa League spot when they wouldn't have done before. I need to figure this one out, but I don't even think I care that much about it. But it's just interesting for a future idea for a challenge of just managing the theirs and just seeing what happens from there. One thing I didn't touch on in the last video was actually our youth intake preview. We've only got a goalkeeper and a winger. We've apparently got 3 centre-backs coming through, but they don't look very good, even though it's a B, so that's weird. And I'm not really excited for this intake, even if it's meant to be an excellent intake. So someone's lying to me. I just don't know who it is right now. So what I'm going to do is end this here. We could be having our best season in the Champions League this year if we get past Porto. Will we get past Porto? I know they're good normally, but they finished 24th in the Champions League this year, and we just had our best league season in the Champions League ever. So I think we have a chance to do well. And can we win the domestic treble again for the 2nd year running? Progress Wetsin is the main adversary in both competitions right now in the Fortuna Polski, since we're taking on them in the quarter-final of the Cup. And they're currently top of the league as well. So I hope we can overcome them. I think we should be able to in the next 15 league games, but you never know what's going to happen here. Either way though, hope you enjoyed yourselves. Hope you guys like and share this video, and that you subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out a lot. But anyway, until next time, goodbye, and well, good night.